searching, 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 searching. Now what went down, I don't believe it.
Intelligentsia, Gorilla Family.
Am I live? I'm loud, goddamn. I'm black, baby. I'm black. Let me check my chat. Make sure everybody in the motherfucking hot. Look like we on, baby. Yeah. Make sure everybody in the motherfucking. Alright, we on. Let's see some motherfuckers start popping up in my chat. You know we move in the groove. I wait on you. I know y'all gonna be there. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna just sit back and chill. Tie my shit up. I let y'all come on in, y'all. Let me let y'all come on in. In the meantime, woo! Don't look too long. You know, I don't want y'all motherfuckers to become dizzy and fucking fall out there, bust your motherfucking head on something, nigga. Yeah, baby. We doing it big tonight, baby. I want all my family to come in. Y'all know how we do. Come on in, children. Come to the light. Come to the light. Come your ass on in. You been sitting out there in dark. See a king drink out of this. This my little cup. You see what I'm saying? See how I grabbed that motherfucker? I grabbed that motherfucker like one of them little baby McDonald's cups. Where you at? Come on in. What we looking like? Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, you can't be a gorilla unless you beat on your chest. Okay? Okay? I'm gonna motherfucking apologize for that. You can't be a motherfucking gorilla unless you beat on your chest. So tonight, I beats my motherfucking chest.
I'm speechless this morning. I'm literally speechless. I don't know what to say. Congratulations to the Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, Commanders. They showed up. They showed out. And they put their foot in Detroit's ass last night. Bottom line. It don't matter what the box scores say, who had the most rushing yards, the most passing yards. Washington won. I'm like Bill Laimbeer back in the day when Chicago finally beat Detroit. He kept saying one thing. They were saying, Bill, what happened? They won. Isaiah shot the ball 58% for the series. What happened? They won. You're not going to win football games if your quarterback throws 4 interceptions and turns the ball over 5 times. You're not going to win a football game like that. They scored 32 points off 5 turnovers. You're not going to win a football game like that. It's like debating. If you're prepared, you're going to win the debate. If you know the subject, you're going to win the debate. If you know the argument, you got a better chance at winning the debate. You got coaches, 3rd and 1. They up here doing trick plays on 3rd and 1. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Excuse me, not we. What are you doing? What are you doing? They held Washington. Lesser yards. You're not going to win games either with a third of your defense on injured reserve. Brad Holmes should have looked and said, hey, look, this is year 3 in this rebuild, and this team is in great shape. But let's try and win a Super Bowl this year. I would have said, yo, forget them picks. Let's trade these picks and go bring in a Miles or a Max Crosby or an elite pass rusher that can seal these edges here, because y'all might be facing a elite mobile quarterback. You got third stringers in there. Ain't gonna work. So with that being said, guys, congratulations to the Redskins and all you Redskins fans out there. Y'all can kiss my grits. I'm just playing, man. Y'all got something to cheer for. Jaden Daniels is a great kid. Hell, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. And we should all be excited about the fact that you could possibly have two black quarterbacks quarterbacking in the Super Bowl. Remember, as early as the early 90s, they said blacks could not play that position, that we could not play that position. So it's always great to see that coming. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, once again, they choke in the playoffs. It is a team full of 22 and 23-year-olds, 22, 24-year-olds. You're going to make mistakes like that, and they'll get better. I think they need to improve up front. And I think that they need to probably start looking at Hendon Hooker, who was a Heisman Trophy candidate before he got injured at Tennessee. They have him on the roster. That's why they drafted him. And I think they need to take a look at that. But personally, I'll be rooting for either Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, or what's my man's name? Lamar Jackson. How could I forget the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? So I'll be rooting on one of them, and I think we know why. All right. So what's going on, everybody, man? I got a good show for y'all today. I'm going to start calling this Satire Sundays, right? Satire Sundays, right? And for anybody that wants to know why I'm going to start calling it Satire Sundays is because I tend to go over YouTube debates and look at the debates and see what's going on in the YouTube world. And as I'm looking at some of these debates, I'm just all like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I came across something. A friend of mine sent me something. As a matter of fact, y'all know him as Kansu. He sent me something, and he said, Chris, take a look at this. And I fell out. And once again, this pork and bean scholarship cult following group called the Isupk, their ignorance is of no avail. And when you guys see what you're going to see today, when you guys witness what you're going to witness today, I gotta put my camera on, turn my camera on here. You guys are gonna be amazed, you're gonna be shocked, and you're gonna be offended. And we're gonna have a good time watching it, because looks like everybody had a good time watching the what's it called video? The video with Gorilla Cornball and Captain Cornball on there. They were on there saying anything, you know, they prophets, but can't prove a prophecy. They read the damn Bible. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I've learned about these Israelite cults is that white people make fools of y'all. And y'all get mad at us. Y'all get aggressive with us. Hey, y'all say it, I play it. So I want to give a shout out to everybody tuning in. We got Melanated Goddess tuning in today. Hey, sis, what's going on? Shabaka, Eric Madison, R. Stallsworth is in the building. Ronnie Baker is in the building. Jeffrey Rogers, Shabaka once again. Eric Madison, Marcel the Great, Bucks up, horns down. What's good with you? Let's see. ATL boy is in the building. That's right. Toomp. Had that Toomp playing. We got the Grim Reaper in the building. I hope he ain't coming to Glen. We got Al Catone punk ass up in the building. Saying shout out to that brother right there. Shout out to Al Catone. Man, what an ass whooping. We put 250 yards rushing on the ground last night, and Detroit did not get that win. That's remarkable. That is remarkable. That's remarkable. And once again, shout out to it, man. Yes, I'm still upset about that one. I'm just shocked. 15, they went 15-3, y'all. 15-3. You know what? Let me say this real quick. If I'm a coach and I'm on a Super Bowl run and other teams want my coaches to come be their head coaches, I'm gonna be like, hey man, ain't none of that. I'm not interviewing right now. I'm on a Super Bowl run. If y'all can wait 3-4 weeks and then come interview me, I'll be all for it. But I'm not being interviewed during the season. That's a distraction. And it showed. I believe it showed. I truly believe it showed. But anyway, All of them is millionaires, multi-millionaires. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking y'all for $2-3 cash apps. You know what I'm saying? They are millionaires. They get paid to lose. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Khalil Armani's World. What's going on with you, big bro? We got Khalil in the building. You be cooking Israel Doctrine. Israel Doctrine is pretty much waving the flag on you, man. He can't compete with you because he can't, big bro. It's over. He can't compete with y'all, man. So, all right, guys, let's get down to business, man. So, thank you, B-Boy. Youth and experience. They're all 22 and 23-year-olds. What do you expect from 22 and 23-year-olds playing against veterans? Yeah, they're going to light the scoreboard up. But one thing, let me say this, though. I do think we need to get a little bit more modern at quarterback on the Detroit Lions. I think we need to get more modern there. I think the pocket passer is just, it's a little played out, especially Jared Goff, because you got J-Mo Williamson who can stretch the field, and this quarterback can't throw a deep ball to save his life. You see what I'm saying? And Jared Goff is a nice quarterback and all, but they gave him that bag, and unfortunately, we're going to be stuck with him, right? Unless he gets injured. And I know he's a great guy. He's very charitable for the city, but I think we need to get more modern at quarterback. And simple as that. A quarterback that can stretch a defense out and just run. You know what I'm saying? It's just time for the Lions to do that and adapt, because you're going to be looking at it in next week. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes, scrambling quarterback. Lamar Jackson, scrambling quarterback. Jalen Hurts, scrambling quarterback. Jaden Daniels, scrambling quarterback. It could possibly be 4 scrambling quarterbacks in that backfield coming up this weekend, next weekend. And it's showing you that archetype of quarterback that just sat in the pocket, it's playing out real quick. You know what I'm saying? And the numbers will still be just as explosive. But, hey, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to the Lions, too, man. This is the most fun I've had in the last 2 years rooting for this team and Dan Campbell than I've ever had. So, and I do believe that they'll win 14, 15 games next year. They promised everybody in 5 years they'll be competing for a Super Bowl. So as long as you're going to the playoffs, you're competing for a Super Bowl, but they'll get one eventually, probably. You know what I'm saying? But our Star Wars said Teddy Bridgewater looked better. One play. You know what I'm saying? And when he got hurt, I was like, oh man, Goff out. I got excited because I could tell Goff just was not having a good game. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you get those weeks off like that, the coaches need to start simulating games. They need to have a simulated game practice because your team is sitting down. You know what I'm saying? A team coming off of a wild card game, they in the groove. They ready to go. But anyway, forget all that. I'll now be rooting for the Pistons. Too many defensive injuries. That is correct. A third of your defense was injured. Aiden Hutchinson was hurt. And people don't know how special he really is when you got a 6'6" defensive end who's fast, powerful, and can seal the edge and rush the passer at the same time. He doesn't allow the tackle to get deeper than he is. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, what y'all saw this year in 4 games when he had 8 sacks, that's who he is for real. Like he born and raised in Michigan. Like we've been watching him our whole life. So anyway, family guys, man, let's get ready to get to this video. Let's get ready to have a good time because ISUPK, man, y'all niggas fooling, man. Y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Now, this video is going to contain the ISUPK, and they let Esau in their camp. Now, here's the thing that they don't understand. Let me share this with you all. When you look up something as simple as the Hebrew Israelites, y'all so stupid. If you go to congress.gov, they have an intelligence report on you niggas. Excuse my language, on you brothers. They got a intelligence report on you. On the SPLC's award-winning magazine, they literally got a intelligence report on you right here at congress.gov. And you gonna let Esau in your camp with a camera filming y'all. just because you're looking for exposure and you thirsty. And we're going to show it that these dudes are cornballs. These dudes are weird. Let's read a little bit of this report right here. And it says, the black supremacist wing of the Hebrew Israelite movement is spreading and its leaders are growing increasingly militant. Despite the hellish heat this spring Saturday morning in gritty West Baltimore, the 5 Hebrew Israelite priests loitering near a West Franklin Street storefront are draped in heavy robes and their heads are wrapped in matching white, red, and black coifs. Star of David emblems swing from their necklaces and are embroidered into their fabrics. One priest holds a staff. Sectarianism. Around them, security guards wear black headscarves, black t-shirts, and black military-style pants tucked into combat boots. They grip cell phones and billy clubs. On their belts are sheaths and hoisters, some empty, other holding blades and guns. They got y'all lined right on up. They got you brothers lined right on up, right? Let's keep going. The guards flit back and forth across the street between the parking of an apartment complex that police say is notorious for drug-related crimes, and a building with covered windows and a bolted front door. So you guys see that comment I got going down there at the bottom of the screen? It's about reality. I give you existence, they give you religion. I give you facts and observation, they give you myth and more religion and belief. They are standing across the street from a trap house, as we would say, right? And you preaching Jesus gonna come out of the sky and stop that one day, right? That's what you're standing out there preaching. Meanwhile, you got reports being written against you, calling you a hate group, and you prove it. I'm going to show y'all. Now, remember, these guys are a black militant hate group. That's what people are saying about them now. That's what the government is saying, right? Let me keep going. Let's keep going here. Let's get a little bit more of this report here. Behind that locked door is the Baltimore branch of the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. So that's the ICGJC, a black supremacist sect headquartered in New York City. Obsessed with hatred for whites and Jewish people, the leaders of the Israelite Church have managed to build up 29 church branches in recent years. They are not alone. Around the country, thousands of men and women have joined black supremacist groups on the extremist fringe of the Hebrew Israelite movement, a black nationalist theology that dates back to the 19th century. It don't even date back to 700 BCE. That's why y'all are sectarianists. Its doctrine asserts that African Americans are God's true chosen people because they, not the people known to the world today as Jews, are the real descendants of the Hebrews of the Bible. Although most Hebrew Israelites are neither explicitly racist nor anti-Semitic and do not advocate violence, there is a rising extremist sector within the Hebrew Israelite movement whose adherents believe that Jews are devilish imposters and who openly condemn whites as evil personified, deserving only death and slavery. We're going to get to the bottom of this today, y'all. We're going to get to the bottom of the day because this is what they do teach. They do teach this. And they try to put a veil over it when they get asked this question directly. Are you a hate group? And I want you guys to look at this video and you're going to be entertained. You're going to be sad, but you're going to see Captain Butterball make a fool of him. Let's do it. So let's get ready to get this up and we're going to have a good time with it, guys. Let me press the share button. Let me get this present up. Let's do a stop screen. Let's run this back. Boom, bang. Share screen. No huddle offense. Go. Remember how we have set our premise. They are a hate group. Let's watch and see.
We want no cowards in our camp, Only men prepared to die.
Ding, ding. Do
You UPK, right? Yeah, UPK.
This world thinks that we're a cult and that we're crazy and that we're criminals simply because we teach what Jesus Christ taught 2,000 years ago.
In 2024, with access to the internet, if you hate another group because of the color of their skin, you're a fool.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want 100. Let's go.
Why is he dressed like an Islamic jihadist?
This brother has a shirt. This is ISUPK, and that's called Real Nigga University.
How come we're missing out on the push-ups? Don't you want to get drafted?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. Look what they're standing on. I want you guys to take a good look at that right there. Look at what they're standing on now. Take a good look. Get my microphone hooked up here. Take a good look at that. Take a good gander at that. He's not calling himself an Israelite. He's not calling himself an Israelite. He's calling himself now a real nigga university. That's what they are saying. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Press 1 if I can be. Okay, I can. Got it. Now, as you guys can see, he's calling themselves Real Nigga University. This is what he's now priding themselves on. Real Nigga University. They don't want to be called black. They don't want to be called Negro. They'll use terms like so-called Negro, so-called black man, but they're calling themselves real niggas. I wonder why. This is the coonery that you see with religious woketards. I don't want to be called a Negro. I don't want to be called a black man. I want to be called a real nigga. They literally standing in front of a camera. They're literally standing in front of a camera saying this. Let's keep it going.
A Real Nigga University.
How come we're missing out on the push-ups? Don't you want to get drafted?
Yeah, get down and get some push-ups. Yeah. See, I just told a white man what to do. Oh, down.
Embarrassing.
These are the Black Israelites, and they've been designated as a hate group. They hate a lot of different types of people, but they reserve their highest level of hatred for gay people and white people. They believe that Jewish people are imposters and that they, the Black Israelites, are the true descendants of Israel and thereby the chosen people of God. Furthermore, they believe that when Black Jesus comes back for the rapture, that they will take over the earth and enslave the Caucasian.
And let me add that none of these niggas know who the Pharaoh of the Exodus was.
And Asians. Now, they call themselves
and they can't prophesy it either.
Israelites, but probably because recruiting numbers were awfully low, they began to include Latinos and Native Americans under their umbrella. To better understand how these guys think and operate, I thought it would be a good idea to send the whitest guy in my crew, Keegan, to spend 3 days with them in Harlem, New York. What you will see in today's episode will be a combination of me personally meeting this faction of the Black Israelites and fly-in-the-wall footage from Keegan after he embedded with them a couple weeks previously. I'm genuinely perplexed on how people footage from Keegan after he embedded with them a couple weeks previously.
They're agents. Let's call it what it is now. They're agents. You got in front of a white guy and called yourself a nigger, not a black man, not a Negro, not an African American. You took pride in calling yourself a nigger. Maybe that's why you got this white boy right here in your chat. In your group. Y'all some agents now. I'm gonna call it what it is. As if we don't have enough issues with FBA and the rest of this coonery going on online. Fat Joe running his mouth online. We got to deal with y'all.
Why you don't have on your 12 tribe chart that tribe of Judah is real niggas? Why you got Negroes up there now? This is the confusion with this damn group of woketards.
I'm genuinely perplexed on how people can hate each other in 2024, especially with things like internet access and most of us being able to learn from the ugly parts of human history. So let's unravel this mystery together and buckle up, folks, because this episode gets intense and confrontation.
The white man has gotten so good at just saying stuff and people believe it that he just says shit like, and everybody like
The so-called white man decides to be rich. What will the white man do to be rich?
Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. He got a bulletproof vest on with no gun in the holster. He got some arm bracelets on, and he got stars, Masonic stars all over his head. They have confused these brothers. This is self-destruction with a bottle of damn liquor sitting right there on the damn, what's it called, desk, on their desk, and a shofar that you can go back to ancient Egypt and see that they were blowing out of the ram's horns themselves before any Jew decided to do it. You literally got a Masonic star back there. That's all Masonic.
Anything.
I'm about the kingdom of heaven where black people rule instead of white. And we get to do all the wonderful things that white people did to us. We get to do it to them.
I tell the black man, you the greatest man that ever walked the face of the earth. And God loved you more than he loved the white man. God hates the white man because of what he did to you.
There is a lot of nonsense going on in the outside world. Your inner mind is your sanctuary, and you must protect it at all costs. One of the ways I do that is by popping in my Raycon earbuds. You pop these in, twist them like so. I meditate with these, put peace back, and that can charge on the link.
Now, let's take a look at this. This was very interesting to me right here.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Morning. How are you, brother? Tommy. Yes.
C or Tommy Cooper?
Tommy G.
Tommy G, I'm sorry, Tommy G.
Tommy Cooper might be nice, though. We should probably go for that.
So Keegan's not coming today.
Keegan's parking.
He's parked. Okay.
I can hardly park in New York. It's
Yeah,
hard
I know it's hard to park.
Where's Keegan?
Keegan, he's parking.
Okay, how are you?
Tommy.
What's going on?
That's a white guy. He shaped like a white guy, looked like a white guy, got hair like a white guy. Why y'all lying to us? This is a white guy. This a white guy. Look at him. That's a white guy. Where is he at on the Hebrew? He literally got red hair. Don't they say Esau is red and hairy? He is a white man with red and hairy. They literally got Esau sitting right here before y'all in their camp. And still trying to teach you and convince you that he's white. I am convinced that these people are agents. I'm convinced now. You ain't got to show it to me no more. I believe that they're agents.
Nice to meet you.
Don't disrupt what's currently happening, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was invited. Yeah.
These are brothers who came out of the world. These brothers going through a process where you're purging the old man out of you to become the new man that you want to be. And that does not happen without pain.
Apparently, they've been here since 6 a.m. I admire discipline. I admire dedication.
I ain't got no problem with that.
And I admire people that are willing to wake up early and get after it.
This is the first.
I have no problem with that. Right? But looking at these brothers' body types and all that, they don't work out too much. Especially Kataza. But I'm looking at this here and I'm gonna let it go, guys. I know, but I gotta give y'all my commentary on this. None of this makes any sense. So I gotta join the Isupk to get in shape.
Day of Hebrew Academy for the year 2025. This is to help get brothers prepared to strengthen themselves physically, but also to keep them motivated to continue.
Hustle up, let's get back, come on.
What's up, brother? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
How are you?
I'm all right, yourself?
First, I gotta say, your fashion, man, is unbelievably on point right now.
Thank you. I appreciate
Can
it.
you describe what you got going on?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you this visitor
Yes,
pass.
visitor
That way
pass.
we don't whoop your ass in.
Yeah, I was actually seeing if I could join.
No, you can't join.
Why is that?
Because you're not the race that we're allowed to join with.
What race you gotta be?
You got to be one of the 12 tribes of Israel. In North Central.
There's the 12 tribe chart. American black, West Indian black, but they not black men, of course, right? Cubans, Dominicans, Seminole Indians. He spelled it wrong. They spelled it wrong. Colombia to Uruguay Indians, Incas, Mexican, and Argentina and Chile. So you got to be, I'm assuming the country of Argentina and Chile. Though this is not an ethnic. Naftali says you got to be Argentina or Chile. Those are countries, brother. Those are not ethnicities. Incas aren't necessarily from Uruguay or Colombia either. What are you doing? Those are countries. Those are countries. The Seminole Indians, those were Africans. Those were Africans. Dominicans, really. You talking about the people that mixed with the Spanish people that were over there and later became Dominican? Like, don't y'all know world history? Don't y'all know y'all can literally sit there and just go to a computer and type this stuff up and see how these nations and these peoples came to be? We haven't even gotten to the good part of this yet. But this 12 tribe chart, man, can we throw this shit out at least? Can we start here? Throw this out. This is crazy.
Central and South America, they're primarily blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So if your father's like of Negroid descent, Native Indian descent.
If they're Native Indian, Tazaryach, then they're not Israelites. That's what the word native means. Weirdo.
Dominican.
But you're a prophet. You should know that already.
Something like that, then you could join in. But if he's not one of them, you can't join in.
What percent do I gotta have?
Your daddy just got to be there. It's no percent. Even Jewish people say that you're Jewish according to your mother, but the Bible says it's according to your father. So like for us, Bob Marley is a white man.
Can you break that down for me?
Because if you ever look up Bob Marley's father, Bob Marley looks like his father in blackface. Because
So
Bob Marley's father.
So what does Kataza look like then? And show us Kataza's daddy.
My mom could be a beautiful black queen, but if my dad's white, I'm out.
That's right.
I'm gonna need your help reading one of these words, but can you say what that shirt says?
This brother has a shirt. This is ISUPK, and that's called Real Nigga University.
Oh my God.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tommy.
How you doing?
How are you?
No problem. Now, a lot of people, of course, the word nigga has always been a derogatory term for black people in America, but this is also an identifying marker for who the children of Israel are in the Bible.
Oh my
When you go to
God.
the book of Acts 13, verse 1, they call Barnabas Niger, which is where
Oh
nigga
my
comes
God.
How long
Oh
did it
my
take
God.
for you to acquire your real
Oh my God. This is
Real
horrible.
nigga.
status?
from. You can answer.
Me?
Mhm.
It took me 90 days.
And what kind of training or certification did you undergo in your quest to
That's
become a
horrible.
Nigga.
I attend class for 90 days, and then that's when I'm born again.
real? And what made you say I want to become a real?
Nigga.
It was
Oh
nothing
my
out there
God.
for me to navigate to become and understand who I was and who I am. I looked at the word nigga as a negative term until I found out that it was an identity marker. You know, it's a shocker when you wake up and you find out that you're the descendants of Moses.
Was Moses a real?
Nigga. Hell yeah.
Was Jesus Christ a real?
The realest nigga.
Was Malcolm X a real?
No.
A real?
No. Malcolm X had a good spirit for brother. Hey, can I get my coffee?
Let's go. Turn it up. You're moving too slow.
Malcolm X was
Hold on. Can I say something? Well, I was expecting your coffee to come straight black. And right now, That coffee has got some.
Oh my God, this is cringeworthy. He's making him look like a straight fool. Let's go here. Now, this is why I keep saying these guys don't understand etymology. They don't understand it. Now, he went into Acts 13:1 and said the word nigger was there. It's used one time throughout the Bible, right? And it's talking about a prophet named Simon or Simeon, right? But the word is also used right here, right? And it's actually of Greek origin, right? But the word nigger is of Latin origin. It was written in Greek. So this is Latin, right? So let's just keep going. Let's take a look at this. It equals black, surname of the prophet Simon. Inyep or nigger, nigger or of Latin origin, black, nigger, a Christian, right? So now we have to try and find out how this word came to be. And it's only used one time. So out of all the other people up here, they're calling this man a nigger. That's how you chose to identify yourself, with this word right here that was of Latin origin. Yeah, I am a nigger. That's what you just said to a white guy. That's embarrassing. That is complete foolishness. Now I have to do a little bit more research on this word. And there are no concordance results for the Strong's number in the Greek concordance. I have to do some more research on this, but I'm almost sure it means a Christian. But it's of Latin origin. That's why it says right here, a Latin name meaning black. This is Greek. And he chose to identify himself this way in front of Esau, the same person he calls Esau. That is cringe. Like, bro, how do you want respect from people or from other people? How are we supposed to garner respect from the other nations and other constituencies? And you're saying stuff like that. I'm a nigger based on the word usage in the Bible. That's only used one time. That's a form of indoctrination. That's a form of stupidity, because your skin tone should not be your only identifier. Your culture should. And you're reading from a King James Bible, which is a Christian document. And you are literally identifying yourself in front of who you deem as Esau as a nigger or nigger, with another white guy in your camp that you got leading it, and he's running around calling all y'all niggers or niggas. See, sometimes you got to sit up there and say, what profit does that word, what's the value of that word within our culture? It hasn't done anything good anymore. It's not, there's no usage for it anymore. When you were called that, you were considered less than. And now you're sitting in front of your enemy who has a camera in front of your camp. You're so stupid. And you know you are part of, or what the government is now deeming to be, hate groups. And now they got a camera in your camp looking at everybody in there. That's called dry snitching. anything for 3 minutes of fame, right? And this is a brand new little documentary. Anything for some damn clout. Shut up, Domo. Shut up. I want to hear your damn mouth. Shut up, Domo. This is cringy. You in front of the enemy that you deem the enemy, calling yourself a nigger, identifying yourself a nigger. I think you're doing that because you don't want to be seen as a hate group. So if you say that you're a nigger, that somehow they be all like, oh yeah, they all right. Them some good old boys. They calling themselves niggers and they Christians. Yeah, they all right. We ain't gonna bother them. Yeah, we lost Domo. We'll be back. We 22 and 23 years old. Y'all run finna come to an end if the referees don't start putting money in the pot on y'all. But hey, it is what it is. Let's keep this going. This is cringe level 90, guys.
Hey, can I get my coffee?
Let's go. Turn it up. You're moving too slow.
Malcolm X was
Hold on. Can I say something? Well, I was expecting your coffee to come straight black. And right now, that coffee has got some Caucasian mixed into it, brother.
This is a vintage.
This is allowed in the school and the real
nigga university. Yeah, we drink coffee. This is oatmeal shaken espresso, vanilla cinnamon foam.
There's vanilla?
Yeah,
are you appropriating my culture right now?
Nah, but coffee can't integrate. The reason why I said Malcolm is not a real one is because Malcolm was trying to join us to the Arab religion. So Malcolm had the right spirit of brotherhood, but the wrong religion. So he was leading us to Islam. It's like Martin Luther King leading us to Christianity. So we don't like either one of them. Neither one of them are real niggas.
Wait, Martin Luther King?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's go back. Oh my God. Did he just say that? Oh my God.
But the wrong religion. So he was leading us to Islam. It's like Martin Luther King leading us to Christianity. So we don't like either one of them. Neither one of them are real niggas.
Wait, Martin Luther.
Oh my God. So he feels that he's not a Christian. Tazaryach feels like he's not a Christian. But Martin Luther King and them led us to Christianity or religion, and Malcolm X led us to an Arab religion called Islam. But you study and worship Jesus and drink his blood and teach his teachings. You're a Christian. You just put on black clothes and some chains and just sit up there and say you're Israelites. How are you identifying yourself as? What is your identifying marker that says, hey, this is where we delineate from? Christianity. What are you going to say? You don't believe in a virgin birth? Neither does the book of Luke. Neither does Paul. Neither does Peter. Neither does the book of John. You're still in Christianity.
Luther King.
You love Martin, don't you?
I think he was a good man.
Oh my goodness. Shut up, Domo.
Beautiful day in New York. You know, the sun's out. Lots of people zipping around.
This is a special occasion. Go ahead. Martin Luther King. All false apostles that have deceived many. You understand? They deceived so many people that you would think they actually were sent by God, because so many people believed them. It's a sea of people that believe that Martin Luther King was truly a man of God. And if you are not careful, you will get caught up in that wave. And the march he had was so magnificent. And the statues of him, and he's on TV every day, they transform themselves into the disciples of Christ, but they're not.
I'm about anyone that wants to unite the people. So that's why I like Malcolm X. If you're
and enslave us to y'all, right?
No. Let me reverse Uno card. You want to enslave us, right?
No.
You don't want white slaves?
This world thinks that we're a cult and that we're crazy and that we're criminals simply because we teach what Jesus Christ taught 2,000 years ago. Nothing else.
I want to see sets of 25. Y'all understand? Do y'all understand? You can't hear me out? I want to hear you. You understand? Sit up. Sit up. Sets of 25. Begin. Move. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sir.
I'm embarrassed by this entire thing.
Come on, sir.
Man and General Yohana had to be here and see these family men. These are family men. These are good husbands and daddies. Wasting their weekend with my cult. They will never be accepted into my cult ever.
Come on,
We train brothers.
We're not really a cult. These are family men. They're family men. We're niggers. We're family men. They have to purge their old self. That's what we're really doing.
To be physically fit, mentally fit, and spiritually fit.
What's the brand of martial arts we're learning right now?
Yad Karab,
Oh
hand
my
combat.
God.
Yad means hand, Karab means combat.
Oh my
The
God.
brother in the middle with the stick hanging on his side, that's Captain Akai.
Does
So
he ever whack people with the stick?
if he has to defend himself.
But not like he doesn't like if you do a wrong like karate chop, he doesn't.
No,
whack you or
he
anything?
don't. Nah.
I look at Commander Yohana as like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying?
Where was Yad Karad when the IUIC was dragging y'all asses off that corner that day? Where was that Yad Karad at then? Do they get their money back because that martial art failed? Where was Yad Karad at then? You made that up. You made that shit up.
And he's done so many things.
Oh, listen to this.
A wrong like karate chop.
Listen to this. Listen to this
I
part.
look at Commander Yohana as like my grandfather.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? And he's done so many things. And he's the one that has led my quote unquote father, which would be Captain Tazaryach. I look at Cap as my father.
Oh my God. These people aren't even genetic descendants of each other. Genetically, they're not the same. And this man just called another grown man in front of him his daddy. This is what indoctrination looked like. This is what indoctrination is. This is how it sounds. This is my daddy. General Hanna is my father.
You know, if I were to disappoint Cap, I feel pain. Like I never felt disappointment or being ashamed of doing something with my mom or my stepfather. But you know, growing up trying to shape myself into the person I am right now is because of Cap, and he learned from Commander Yohana. So you know, I look at Captain Tazaryach as my father and Captain Commander Yohana as my grandfather.
Bro, stop. This is sad. Like I'm even at a loss for words looking at this.
And also too, I have my
Oh, I feel like I just broke through.
You ain't break through shit, man. You just filming. You just a white guy filming.
How come we're missing out on the push-ups? Don't you want to get drafted?
Yeah, get down and get some push-ups. Okay. See, I just told a white man what to do. Oh, down.
Now
you should take a picture. My slave. Get in position.
I'm not doing what Master says.
In the kingdom, when he says I'm not doing Master says.
Now, did you hear that? He said, I'm not doing what Master says. He mocked him. He mocked him. These dudes do what Master says. Call themselves niggers, niggas. I don't care how you put it. We learned that word being slandered over here. When we came over here, we learned the negative usage of it. And yes, we did. We try to change the usage of it. But guess what? It got the same history. It don't matter how you try and flip that shit. And even in Acts, the 13th chapter, that's a description of one person. One person. And you looked at that word and said, we real niggas. That's a description of somebody. Cornball.
Says that's what happened.
So you believe white people are destined to be slaves?
Facts. That's what God said. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
I've never put anyone in captivity. I've never enslaved
But
anyone.
your ancestors is
No,
how
actually
you
they
benefit.
didn't. Actually they did.
Where you from?
Poland. I came from the Polish poor farmers in South Dakota.
Right.
He got him on that. Because the Polish, they were helping Africans. They were helping them. Yeah, we'll fight with you. Let's go. Those are historical facts. And that's why he stated at the beginning of this documentary, they can't believe they sit around, standing around hating on people or hating people when you know it's bad for human existence. How do you see hating an entire group of people as a benefit, or slavery is going to be a benefit? They keep on saying that, oh, there's going to be slavery in the kingdom. It doesn't say that there's going to be slavery in the kingdom. It just simply says he who led into slavery shall go into slavery. The Israelites believed in slavery. They enslaved each other. They enslaved other people. This is an outdated text. This is an Iron Age text. What do you need it for? God said it. No man wrote it. That's why I said, if this God existed, because I don't believe God don't exist, I know he don't exist. But the man that wrote it practiced such treachery. And they put it in their religious text. Why? To give them favor. To give their ancestors after them, or excuse me, their descendants after them, when they are long gone, what? Show them favor. So politically, if the religion is accepted when they're enslaving indigenous peoples, guess what? They won't feel bad for them, because they'll be convinced that God told them to do it. Because if I teach you that a book is God, then you're going to believe that over time. Because the human existence is going to say, hey, man, maybe what we're doing to these people is wrong. Look, it's right here. Our God said it's okay for us to do it to these heathens. Look how they act and look how sophisticated we are. But yet they got another human being up there hanging them, killing them, and whipping them. This guy's a dope.
It didn't have shit. That came from Poland. It didn't have shit. But also, I don't believe in collectivism. I don't believe that. That would mean, like, if one black guy in Pennsylvania did something, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, you have to pay for the consequences. Someone that did something 200 years ago, right, just because you happen to look slightly like them, that is a dumb idea.
No. Thank you, Master T. Thank you, Master T. How happy are you right now? Master T. Master T. I don't want to do no more. Master T. You feel better? You feel good?
No.
Does that make you feel better when I'm a slave?
No, but when my audience
What does that say
watches,
about you? You want me to be a slave? Master T.
to my audience,
Yeah,
or to
Master
your
T.
audience?
Master
To your
T.
audience, I'm not having compassion. To my audience, it's like he's getting prepared to be a good slave.
Master T, I'm recruiting for the Black Israelites. Neither of us technically qualify, but I think we can make an exception. Would you like to join? We could join them and we could be on their side. Otherwise, they're going to enslave us, right? Would you enslave her too?
You're a Latino, right?
Yeah.
No, she's safe.
Oh, so she would be considered a Black
Yeah,
Israelite
she's one
too?
of us. Yeah, she's one.
I'm Latina, so that is part black.
Yeah,
He wants to enslave me.
He wants to slave you?
What do you think about that?
I said God wants to enslave his people for what they did to our people.
Bandwagon.
Don't forget.
See?
Every man wants to be like us.
Right.
And every woman wants to be married to us.
Right.
Because we're willing to suffer, to have pain. You are not. You should go home. You should go be with that one measly woman who's willing to be sexually deprived every day because she's married to you, and those children who are future drug addicts and whores. You should go be with them. You shouldn't be out here with my cult.
You see? You see how he's indoctrinating them? He's not saying let's get in shape because it's going to be for the betterment of our health. And we could teach good health ethics to our children. He's saying if you're not doing this, you're not going to be part of my cult. And if you're not part of my cult, you're going to go home to that sexually deprived woman of yours, and your children are going to grow up to be whores and drug addicts. Enforcing stereotypes. into your mind that if you don't follow them, your woman is automatically, which made absolutely no sense, a sex deprived whore, and your children will become, I guess, if they're boys, drug addicts, or if they're girls, whores. I want to go back and listen to that again. This is weird.
Wants to be like us. Right. And every woman wants to be married to us. Right. Because we're willing to suffer, to have pain. You are not. You should go home. You should go be with that one measly woman who's willing to be sexually deprived every day because she's married to you, and those children who are future drug addicts and whores. You should go be with them. You shouldn't be out here with my cult.
Did you hear that? Did you see how he did you see how he just phrased it? Tell say seriously, when do grown ass men get time to do this? No, I'm not kidding you. It's right there. Let's keep it going.
You can get my arms as big as yours.
I mean, I don't know. I might. We can see. I don't know. Give me 50. Like he gonna serve. He can serve. It's like he's gonna serve.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. Ooh. We want no cowards in our camp, only let their colors fly.
These guys have no self-confidence. These guys are beta males. They have no self-confidence. None whatsoever. And when they come out of these camps, they're standing on the corner, disrespecting black women with Tazaryach, who runs around and calls themselves niggas, or calls them, these my real niggers, when he get home. Trust me. Because Cap said that's what they are. Because he identified us as a collective by the usage of one word in Acts chapter 13, verses 1, that said nigger. A bunch of excuse my language, a bunch of losers. That's what they are. You know, back when I was in the Army and we used to be doing our march, we used to be like, oh no, sha-na na 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 na. Everybody go after you. The Army life is not my style. It got me looking like Gomer Pyle. And we would be marching it, right? It's to keep you going, but it's also indoctrinating you, because you're going to have to get used to a lifestyle that you may not want to, that you're probably not used to, but you're always singing these songs. So when that lifestyle begins to affect you, you're used to it because you have trained your mind to get prepared for it. Because we would say stuff like, I used to date a beauty queen. Now what was it? Now I got my M16. The Army life is not my style. It got me looking like Gomer Pyle. We would say those things over and over and over and over again. And that's what these guys are saying. But guess what? They don't even seem confident in it. I want you guys to look. I teach body language. I like to show people body language, right?
Like he's gonna serve.
We want no cowards.
I'm going to slow this down, and I want you guys to look. I want you guys to look at their body language. Let me see. Let's look at their body language for a moment. We're going to look at their body language. They don't look too confident, do they? This brother right here got barrettes in his head. They're not standing there with their chest out. Look at them. There's no confidence in them. Look at his face. He looking over here like, man, this camera. You just let Esau in your camp, and you just showed everybody. You got everybody brother's face on here, and you a known hate group. You tell me where was this a smart idea at? You show me why this was a smart idea, knowing that you guys have been labeled a hate group. I'd be like, no, don't bring nobody up in here. Everybody knows the less they know is the less they know. Okay, we know him. We know this guy. We know this dope right here. We know this dope right there. We know this butterball leaning out of formation, probably trying to say hi to the camera. Just look at their body language. Let me pull my shirt down over my belly. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him right here. He just all out of formation. He got on barrettes. Did they tell y'all to put that? They teach y'all to be real men in there. Is it okay to wear barrettes in your head? I mean, if we're going to teach organization and teach people how to be organized, let's get organized, goddammit. This is not organization for the community. This is organization for a mythical being named Jesus that you think gonna come out of the sky and save you. And if they convince you that this man is gonna come, this is why they convince y'all that y'all gotta pay 30% tithes to them. 30% of your money gotta go to them. Yeah. Damn collection of imbeciles. Go get a job. Go read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The richest man in Babylon. Who stole my cheese? Hell, start somewhere. Look at this. Look at this goddamn shirt he got on. Look at this nonsense. Excuse my language. Look at cringe level 1 million. It's over 9 million right now. This is embarrassing. Nasty work. Very, very, very nasty work. Let's keep it going, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Can't let their colors fly. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die. We want no cowards in our camp.
I mean, now you can't even walk in unison. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. What is this? They're teaching them to be docile. That's what they're teaching them. That's why you got this brother walking behind them. Probably, and I'm just guessing here, if you don't pay your 30% tithe, somebody like him show up. Because he indoctrinated too, and he don't know who the Pharaoh of the Exodus was either.
And we let them kill us. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, Let's go! Prepared. Let's go! Woo! We want no.
Why is this guy dressed like a jihadist? I'm going to tell you why. Because he probably the smartest one in there. I don't want that damn camera on me. Don't put that camera on me. he probably understand the detriment of that. There's supposed to be a hate group. He understands what he's involved with. And this camera is at a perfect angle to get everybody's face recognition in the computer database. Not smart, General Yohana. Not smart, Captain Cornball.
Let's go! Prepare. Let's go! Woo! We want no cowards in a camp that'll let their colors fly. Woo! We want no cowards in a camp only men prepared to die. Woo! Let's go! No cowards in a camp
She took those off and she said, "What's going on here? I'm finna call the police." Karen right there like, oh, it's just a bunch of guys believing in Jesus. Never mind.
That'll let their colors fly. Woo! We want no cowards in a camp only men prepared to die.
I don't qualify because of my non-black status. These are the. You want to join?
Of course not.
Why not?
Why not? Because I'm the same as you.
They want to enslave us. That would be restoring it to paradise.
Oh, okay.
Fellas, any interest in joining?
Nah, there's certain things where slavery still plays a part because we're all in the same.
Oh God, the hat, guys, the hat. We're on camera labeling ourselves this stuff. Guys, y'all don't know, like, as I get older, I'm tired of that word and how we appear in public. I hate twerk rappers and trap rappers. I can't stand it. It's bad for our culture in general. But don't label yourself this in public spaces where they'll look at us and laugh at us. I didn't understand the detriment of these things until I began to get older. And now I see it. Ain't it amazing that this guy in this camera is just finding this nigger word all over the place?
System, I feel like everybody's a number. We live in certain areas where in reality it's segregated. And I personally feel like there is slavery still.
I imagine Shabbat. I imagine. Snap to it. Oh, God. Push up, resist. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's not unison.
10.
You guys have been labeled as a hate group.
Yes, we have.
Are you a hate group?
It depends on who you ask because we love blacks, Latinos, Haitians, Dominicans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians.
Do you hate white people?
God hates white people.
Do you hate white people?
I can only hate white people because God hates white people.
So you.
Oh my God, this Negro just. Why you just couldn't say yes or no? It's just like when that man asked you, "Are you a prophet?" And then when he told you, prove that you're a prophet, you open up the Bible. You can't think for yourself. Or you're trying to give a politically correct answer. So if they come and pull you over and arrest your ass, you can say, "I'm only saying that because the Bible say it." But you know what they'll do? Show us where it says God hate white people. He literally has a shirt that has imposter on it. And you could be referring to yourself because you're wearing that brand. First the lions, now this.
You do through the shield of God.
I do through my father. Like I hate what my father hates.
Sir, would you say you hate whites?
What I hate is the crimes that were committed against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what I hate.
Do you hope that I'm enslaved one day?
Well, the Bible says that, the nations that, came up against the nation of Israel will have to serve out their punishment in due time. But, the Lord will make that determination.
how would you diagnose the current state of Black America right now?
You know, we doing. I mean, we got work to do, of course. You know what I'm saying, and that's why we out here. Commander General Yohana gave us the mission to go out here and bring our brothers and sisters out of this hell that we live in called America. As long as we do that, we got work to do.
If you could broadcast a message to every Black man in America, what would you tell them?
To have brotherhood and sisterhood, come back to the laws of God, keep the commandments. That's what I would tell them.
Are you guys segregationists?
Segregationists, yeah. Why not?
Has that ever played out poorly in history, would you say?
White people are segregationists.
I don't know any. I literally don't know one white person that wants segregation. Here's the truth. In 2024, with access to the internet, if you hate another group because of the color of their skin, you're a fool. Sorry.
And what's the reason? It's not the color of their skin, though.
Okay.
It's their actions. It's what they do. If it was color of the skin, you heard me earlier say Bob Marley is white. You heard me earlier say we don't like Africans either for the very reason. When somebody commits crimes, you don't think about their color. You think about what they did to you.
Keegan, let me ask you something. In the 48 hours you've been around, have you been mistreated?
No.
Did we feed you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you get some water?
Yeah.
We gave him some water. Right. We gave him some food. He came around. He gonna go home to his family. One white man came into a Black church and nobody went home to their family. We are the most compassionate people on earth. And don't get it twisted. Keegan, I still want to see your nation burn. We gotta take.
Oh my God. This is, dude. We gotta stop it. This is cap. You're white.
Take care of us before we take care of someone else.
My question would be is, why do white people feel the need to be loved by Black people?
I would say unity for everyone. I think we should all love each other. Every American, every human on earth, we should love each other. I think that's a pretty good goal.
If I loved you, how would it even really improve the average Black person?
Listen, I'm not the one standing in Times Square yelling they hate white people, so that's why I'm asking about it.
If we scream love, how would it help?
The world would be a better place if we loved each other more.
Hey, I did want you to ask my general, my leader, if you had a couple questions.
Yes.
Man.
Hello, General.
If I could, this is Commander Jenny Hanna. This is the leader of Isupk, the organization that I'm in. This is Tommy.
You just snitched on him in front of the camera. So if they threw RICO charges at y'all, they would know exactly who to go after. You're not smart, dude. And what I'm showing, why I'm doing this on you, Tazaryach, is simple. You guys sit on Clubhouse and talk over people, act like you're the smartest people in the world. And when somebody outwits you or outsmarts you, you guys kick them off. But then when you get in front of theologians and people who've been to seminary school, you guys look stupid. I'm showing you. This is how you look. Yeah, it sounds good in your echo chambers. But when you're out in public, you don't know how you look. There's no way I could look at this and say, wow, I did a good job today. I just snitched out General Yohana, said that he was General Halanana, whatever his name is. I said he was the leader of the ISUPK in front of your natural sworn enemy, so you say. Put him on camera.
I came to do a documentary, and of course I wanted to bring him to you, sir, to ask you a couple of questions. I don't know what he's going to ask you, but I just
It's all fine. It's all good.
What's your mission? What are you about?
I'm about the kingdom of heaven, where Black people rule instead of white. And we get to do all the wonderful things that white people did to us. We get to do it.
Hey, yo, Tazaryach, show us where the Bible say Black people gonna rule in the king of heaven, in the kingdom of heaven.
To that.
Such as?
You tell me. What have white people done to Black people?
Oh, what time period are we talking?
Any time period.
Recently?
Any time period.
Yeah, I gave a guy like a handshake and a hug yesterday, so maybe that qualifies.
Could qualify, possibly. What else? Let's talk about the bad things that you did, though.
Are we talking about slavery?
Oh, are you talking about slavery? Are you mentioning slavery as one thing?
Passive aggressive.
I feel like that's a key subject around here.
I agree with you. Slavery is one. You've gobbled up the world, and we seek Christ's kingdom for a day that our roles reverse. the scriptures say this, that let the saints sing aloud on their bed with a two-edged sword in their hand to bring their kings into fetters of iron. So we seek the day that the changing of the guard comes.
See, we seek the Lord for our revenge. Right. People harm us and do evil things to us. That happens. But we know how to get them back. We know just how to get revenge on people. And in the UPK, we believe in revenge. We believe in revenge. We believe in justice. The difference is we know how to actually get it done.
They're using buzzwords and context clues to indoctrinate them. We believe in revenge. We believe in revenge. We believe in justice. That's what the ISUPK believes in. And all of that is for when somebody comes up to them and says, no, man, that's not what that means. They're thinking in their minds, revenge, justice, kingdom. Those are the cognitive barriers that you have to tear down before you can even get them to think for themselves. So when you're talking to them and saying that's not what that scripture means, they got those things in front of them. Revenge, justice, kingdom, ISUPK, High General Yohana, High Captain Cornball.
There's a movie, 12 Years a Slave, but it sounds like you're asking for 2,000 years a slave.
Well, I'm asking for whatever God wants. And God wants you to serve twice what we serve.
You honestly believe that God wants slavery?
Can I show it to you?
Sure.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
And you're familiar with the Bible, right? So you know this is John the Revelator seeing a vision. And God is giving him a message. And he's saying for God's people to come out of her. You know who the her is? The her is the whore of Babylon. The empire that brought in all the Babylonian witchcraft of the ancient Babylonian empire. That empire is America. And the European
don't say that.
world.
You may not be partakers of her sins.
See what God said? We got to not be partakers of your sins. Like you see how.
Where is that your?
Partakers of her sins.
And her
sins is the daughter of Babylon. Right.
And that you're connecting to white people somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
Even though this was written 2,000 years before America became
That's the
real.
beauty of prophecy.
And that you receive not of her plague.
And that you receive not of her plague. Meaning this daughter of Babylon, this her that he's talking about, is about to be plagued horribly. In
No, not at all.
Her sins have reached unto heaven.
Because her sins, the evils that have been done by this empire, called her in Revelation, have reached all the way to heaven. Meaning God sees them and God is angry at them and God wants to do something about them.
And God had remembered her iniquities.
And he's remembered all the things that she's done over time.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
This is important. He said, reward her, the her, even as she rewarded you.
Okay, so this is what you call shoehorning scripture. I want to show you something. The book of Revelations borrows this passage from Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, right? And during the time period of Jeremiah, here, let me share it for you guys. During the time period of Jeremiah, supposedly, Jeremiah, let's just pull up all of it real quick, right? Here, let's just pull this up. And it says right here, let's look at what it says right here, verse 51. See, I will stir up the spirit of a destroyer against Babylon and against the people of Leb Kamai. I will send foreigners to Babylon to winnow her and to devastate her land. So that's what's going on thematically right here, General Yohana and Sergeant Cornball. It's talking about the Babylonians being destroyed. Being destroyed by whom? Probably Cyrus. It's probably Cyrus that destroyed them because we know that he did defeat them. Right? So it talks about the army. They will fall down, slain in Babylon, fatally wounded in her streets. Verse 6, flee from Babylon, run from your lives. This was a literal captivity these people were in. Right? Let's go down. we would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. Let us leave her and go to our own land, for judgment reaches to the skies. Right? The Lord have vindicated us. Come, let us tell in Zion what the Lord God has done. So we know what's going on thematically here, right? Let's go right here. Right? Let's go right here, verse 51. Excuse me, 45. Let's go here to 45, right here. Come out of her, my people. Run for your lives. Run from the anger of the Lord. So it's telling his people that are here, because war is getting ready to come upon Babylon, flee. Get out of there. I'm going to tear it down. That's all that was talking about. But these religious dolts, they sit there and they shoehorn this passage to try to make it mean America, justice, revenge, kingdom. Let's get it back up.
How did she reward us? She rewarded us with what you brought out. One thing was slavery.
You believe that's a reward?
That's why he's saying reward her, even as she rewarded you.
It says, and double unto her, double according to her works.
According to her works, give her twice as much.
I think if you were to look at that text,
right,
it sounds like if someone gave you and rewarded you with something, to be more generous, twice as generous with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very positive, nice, community-driven quote. And instead, you guys, I would say you guys are very similar to the Ku Klux Klan, which is you've taken obscure texts and warped them into ways that create hate.
What seminary school did you go to?
Notice how he tried to diffuse his statement that he's made. You guys are like the Ku Klux Klan. You guys try to take obscure texts and try to make them your own, or you guys misinterpret them for your own agenda. And he says, what seminary school did you go to? I'd have been like, the seminary school I went to is irrelevant. Or no, I've never been to one. But it's evident that's what you're doing. Because if he says seminary school, he'll say, oh, that's just a seminary school answer. No intelligence here.
School of rationality.
See,
Got
that's
him.
the problem. That's the problem. Because I went to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and received my PhD in the knowledge of the truth. See, that's the problem with the white. Listen, the white man has gotten so good at just saying stuff and people believe it that he just says shit like, and everybody.
See, that the bandwagon. This is called bandwagoning. I'm gonna say something to get everybody to clap, and it's gonna make it so I can gain control of the conversation again. Classic Christian move. He said, I went to the school of rationale. And he said, oh, that's the problem. Yeah, don't think for yourself is what he's saying. I went to the Isupk.
Who came up with this interpretation?
Who came up with this? Great scholars who
before you.
Oh, before me. I did everything you hear me say. I created none of it. This is not created by me.
Would you say you're a happy man?
I would say that I cannot stop being happy. There's nothing greater than to have your eyes open to the real world that you live in. It's not a personal thing with you. I don't know you. I don't hate you because you're white. I don't look at you like, oh, he's a white man. I don't look at any of that. But your people have committed crime. I mean, global crimes. And here's the thing. Our people have been taught that even though you've done these crimes, we should think, like you said, practical, not think how God said. You should be punished, shouldn't you? No. For the things, I mean, your people, for the things that your people have done, shouldn't they be punished for it?
I don't believe in collective guilt from 200 years ago.
You don't believe in collective guilt?
It's a terrible idea. And if you look at it in practice and history, it's a very bad idea.
Let's say it's a bad idea.
They do it in North Korea. I don't know if you want to move there, but it's pretty bad.
Let's say it's a bad idea. Is it just?
No.
What's wrong with punishing a man for
something
what
you didn't do. I'm gonna punish you because someone in your family did it. That's a bad idea, isn't it?
You just did it the other day. You just locked up some guy.
Who's me? I didn't lock up
meaning your
anybody.
people. You're a part of your people, aren't you? You are
It's
an
not
American,
like
aren't
that, though.
It's not. You're
not-
like not really American, or
No, I'm a total American. I love America.
Okay.
But it's not like all white people are on some similar page of like, what are we doing next today? Like, why are you so obsessed with punishing a white guy?
You know why?
Why not just live your whole life?
You
to
know
the
why?
best?
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I lived my whole life watching white people punish black people. I spent my entire life watching all of my friends be dragged out of cars, beat up by cops, assaulted by white cops, murdered. Show me a black area where there's no white people.
I mean, Milwaukee. Milwaukee's one of the most segregated cities in the country. Yeah.
When you go to the black side of Milwaukee, who owns the real estate there?
Mostly like Indian and Arab guys.
Indian and Arab guys.
Yeah.
So not black people.
Some, but not a lot.
It's the black people, but they don't own all of it.
Correct.
Who owns the utility?
We Energies, the utility company.
Which is who?
I wouldn't say that's white people.
No,
You want to be rich. You cannot decide to be rich like our oppressor, the so-called white man, decides to be rich. What will the white man do to be rich? Anything. He has no morals. He has no code of conduct. The ends justify the means when it comes to the so-called white man. He'll poison the entire planet Earth. He'll make Facebook addictive simply so that he can make more money.
Why don't you start a company?
Here's the amazing part about starting a company.
Wow.
Like,
Anyone can do it.
let me
Literally
tell you
anyone around the world can come to America
Listen,
and start.
starting a black company is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Here's the problem with it. Your people, being the monsters that they are, will destroy it.
You feel like you're kind of using some excuses to not just advance your own life?
I'm using the
He ain't even taking you seriously, bro. He's just all like, are you just using these excuses so you don't advance your own life? He's sitting right there but white people will destroy it. What, like hundreds of black businesses exist? Yes, they have been destroyed. We know about Black Wall Street, the Red Summer. We know about those things, but those things happened so long ago. He's operating on slippery slopes.
The recent history.
You don't know any black millionaires that are doing really good for themselves?
There are black billionaires in America. Can they help black people? What happened to Kanye West?
Because he spoke out against Jewish.
So you can help black people if you shut your goddamn mouth. Is that what you're saying? See, I thought we was equal. See?
We are.
That made absolutely no sense. This is cringe. He can't even have a conversation. Yes, Rob R. Stallsworth, it's embarrassing.
Kanye West.
Because he spoke out against Jewish.
So you can help black people if you shut your goddamn mouth. Is that what you're saying? See, I thought we was equal. See?
We are.
I thought it was equality. You know what I mean?
I think we're in agreement, and most people on the planet are, that what black Americans went through in slavery, and slavery all around the world, was an abomination, one of the worst things that humans have ever done to each other. But where we differ is I happen to believe it shouldn't be repeated.
But you do believe it should be fixed, correct?
Of course.
Now,
I feel like it has been. Yeah.
Well, you believe it has been fixed. We don't. Now, here's the thing. If that's the case, no problem. Why not give us, the slaves, the choice?
What do you mean slavery hasn't been fixed? How do you believe slavery hasn't been fixed when you're not a slave today? You're literally standing on the sidewalk arguing with a white guy with a camera in your face. 200, 400 years ago, they'd have slapped the shit out of you and you wouldn't been saying nothing. They'd have just slapped the hell out of you. Bow! You don't got no business talking to me, boy. Bible, Christian. What is he doing, a Christian reading our Bibles? It was fixed. You're not a slave anymore.
What if you turned around and said, you know what? We'll give you the portion of the United States that you built and worked for percentage-wise, and we'll let you start your nation. How do you feel about black people saying, you know what? We want 5 states in the United States to make our own country. Would that be wrong?
Should we just divide by population? The Chinese are 3% of the United States. You guys get
the Chinese didn't suffer slavery like us. Don't mix us with the Chinese. The Chinese didn't have chains on them and brought over here in cargo ships. See, that's a white man thing.
There's a possibility that we might have a second black president in a couple of months. What do you think about that?
I didn't know there
Watch
was a
this.
black president on the ballot.
Watch this.
Who are you talking about?
Some might say Kamala Harris would be the.
Some might say that. What does Black America say?
What does Black America say?
Black America says that Kamala Harris's mother is an East Indian. Kamala Harris's father's father is a white slave owner.
That's right.
Kamala Harris's father, who's a Marxist and a communist, is who taught Kamala Harris. If you're going to put a black person in the White House, don't shame us by giving us somebody who's really of another identity and just has dark skin. Barack Obama was another example.
But we thought Obama was going to be Jesus. And when Obama got in office, he legalized same-sex marriage. And all you see is gays just running around when every gay person has been molested. And that's what made him gay. Nobody is born gay. Life makes you gay. The pressure that dude does that makes you gay. You don't believe me? Saucy Santana just came out with a book. And Saucy Santana is a gay rapper, a popular gay rapper. And then he wrote his book that said he was passed around from house to house by his cousins. And that's what made him gay.
Barack Obama was not black?
Hold on a second. Barack Obama was definitely not black. His mother was white and his father was from Africa. An African nation, by the way.
Barack Obama was not black.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Barack Obama was definitely not black. His mother was white and his father was from Africa.
Well, wait a minute. Don't y'all teach that Africans are, in fact, the Israelites? Don't y'all teach that? Where y'all from? Where your descendants from? I'm sorry, your ancestors from? Africa. Who believes this? Who believes this nonsense? This what y'all up in there teaching?
African nation, by the way.
Barack Obama was not black.
You know what it means to be black?
What does it mean to be black?
It means that you are part of the slaves who came over here on cargo slave ships, who were put into slavery.
He just created a new
out
definition.
Of slavery, you understand? Came out of slavery and then turned around and began to be a part of society. We don't consider some dark-skinned person from India or from somewhere else to be black.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, General. One more question. If you could broadcast a message to every black man in America, what would you say?
Separate from white people quickly, because they're going to drag you into the Third World War and destroy your lives further.
Would you recommend any black people join the military?
I would recommend that all blacks and Latinos leave the military. We fought in all of your war, and we even gotten a level playing field in which to prosper on. We have not. So why should we now go and die in another war, and the greatest of wars, for you to acquire more land, for you to steal the Palestinians' oil, for you to steal Lebanon's oil? Why should we die for that?
Hey, Daddy, can we start another war and take Yemen, please? Okay, thank you. All right, I'll see you for trumpets this afternoon. All right,
he just made a fool of him.
Like, why should we?
Hey, don't season the chicken when I get home for dinner. All right, bye-bye.
It was good talking to you.
Pleasure. Honestly, to be invited here and hang out with you guys, I think you guys are fascinating. I like the organization. I think the discipline, the exercise, the togetherness, I think I'm a really big fan of it. The whole, like, enslaving white people part, I feel like if you forgot that, I feel like you'd get a lot more members and that you'd be a very powerful movement.
For all that's done to black people by white people over the years, could you really respect us if we loved the people that did all this to us?
You know how I think the biggest fuck you could give to white people if you feel that way is to fucking go out, start a ton of businesses, acquire real estate together, acquire assets, acquire corporations, build it, and then you'll have true power.
And how do you know we haven't done that already?
Do you?
Have we?
I would guess because
we could never tell a white man.
I would tell.
But you told him everything else. You got him here. You on camera. You got all your members on camera. Now you're talking about what you'll never tell them. No, he understands what this guy said right here is correct. If he sits up there and he said, "What's the biggest FU to white America, right, or white supremacy?" school, economics, generational wealth, right? Fathers in the household. Yohana doesn't want to teach that because he knows if they start teaching that, then guess what? There will be no need for his organization. There will be no need for it. There will be no need for Jesus. Religion is for broke people. Religion is for the poor. You know, anytime you see the Christian missionaries, they bring the missionaries in there. By the time the missionaries leave, they got all the resources, the indigenous people's resources. And guess what? The indigenous people now got religion because the religion is going to make them docile. Remember what I told y'all earlier? When they were marching in them formations standing there, they're teaching them to be docile, not respond and react.
I would tell most people don't. Okay. The cool thing about this life is you can choose what to believe in. You can choose what to invest your time in. And I think people are fascinated. We have all sorts of beliefs around the world, and this is one of them. This was a look inside the Black Israelites. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
So I wouldn't believe some nigga that run around called General Yohana with UFOs all up on his damn what's it called, all on his channel either. He believe in UFOs, so you know he's spaced out. Why is everybody ragging me about the damn Redskins? Yeah, they beat us. See, y'all just don't want the Detroit Lions to be good. Y'all want them to be the old Lions that got beat down all the time. I got you, psycho. I got you, psycho. Y'all supposed to root for the Jets anyway. Come on, man. Y'all let it go already, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. They lost. I'm a Redskins. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Godman says they will say that men are phenotypically white in their camp, black because of their fathers. They'll turn around and say that the other phenotypically, I'm trying to read this here, phenotypically black people are not with black fathers. Eastside Baron said you was talking all that jazz about Detroit. Yeah, I was. They won 15 games this year. They were supposed to win it. They were supposed to go all the way. Still one of the best teams in the NFL coming into next year. Why would I want a white slave in my house though? Why would you want to listen to a dude that got UFOs on his channel? Family, if there are any Israelites in the building, can you please come on here and talk to us about Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter? I'm trying to get y'all through that. I'm trying to show y'all that that's not concerning you all. I'm trying to show you that it's not even a prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dan did some dumb stuff. 3rd and 1, motioning your running back to go into a 5-wide set, leaving your quarterback back there by himself. All you gotta do is run the ball. You were up by 3. His gambling ways got him in trouble. Live by it, die by it. Well, anyway, family, you know what? I don't think no Israelite gonna want to come up here because I'm not a Christian. If I was a Christian, he will come up here and argue all day. With that being said, guys, we're gonna get ready to sign out. I just want to show that to y'all. Welcome to Satire Sundays. I'll be back next Sunday to have a very interesting conversation with somebody in particular. But with that being said, family, we getting ready to get up out of here, man. That y'all have a great day. I'm rooting for Baltimore. Peace.